Was good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in a building with another banger. Now, first things first, before we go ahead and get started, I gotta go ahead and say thank God for another day and another opportunity. Now, as y'all can see from the looks of the title and the screen, today I got a very special build in store for y'all today, and I'm gonna be showing you how to create the Giannis Antetokounmpo build in NBA 2K23 on next gen. Now, this is one of the best offensive juggernaut builds that you can possibly make. Also an NBA champion, might I throw in. But on top of all this, I'm telling y'all, I think in my opinion, this is going to be one of the very best builds that we can possibly make on next gen. And the best thing about it is that we're able to recreate one of the best NBA players. Now, with this build, we're going to be able to get elite contact dunks, a few pro dribble moves, but that is really just the start of what this build can do. Now, when it comes down to the actual breakdown, everything is going to be a crucial part in order to maintain the build name. And with this build, we have the potential to reach a 100 plus driving and standing dunk, interior defense, block, as well as our defensive rebound. Now, this is honestly one of my most favorite builds that I have created this year. And on top of all that, you're really going to be able to guard all positions 1 through 5. You can even run point guard with this build. There's going to be a lot of different ways that we can go about the creation. But my favorite thing about it definitely has to be the versatility from the offense and defense. Now, if it's your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family. Smash that like button, and more so than anything, I would appreciate it if everybody went ahead and commented down TG for thank God and where you're tuning in from watching today, and I most definitely will be hitting y'all back with the response. Now, as y'all can see from the gameplay, we're going to be able to catch lobs, play elite defense. The playmaking is honestly one of the best things about this build, especially with the height of 6'11", and yes, everything that goes into account when it comes down to the body settings from the position is going to play a huge factor with this making. So as you can see, we will be taking it out of the power forward position. If you wanted to go with small forward or center, you definitely can do so, but I'm telling y'all, this is definitely going to be the best way that you can go about it. Now, I'm going to go with right-handed. Of course, the jersey number, we're going to go with 34. And then as for these body settings, I'm telling y'all, this is going to be the most important part going forward with this build. Now, as you can see, I pretty much went ahead and made my own adjustments to recreate this build exactly like Giannis. So I did decide to go with the height of 6'11". But as far as when it comes down to the weight and wingspan, these are really based off of my personal preference. So anywhere around 245 for the weight is going to be perfect. As for the wingspan, I think 7'9" is going to be best. And then for the body shape, if you're looking to take up the most space, I really recommend that you go ahead and pick builds. Now, these numbers are subjected to change, especially when it comes down to the body shape. But from here, we're about to get into one of the most important things of this build. Now, I'm going to go about today's video a little bit differently. I actually already have this build created, as you can see. Now, everything when it comes down to the finishing, shooting, playmaking, defense, all the way to the physicals. This is one of the most complete builds that you can possibly make. So for the physicals, I'm going to go with the speed of a 73, max out the acceleration and strength, 82 vertical with that 90 stamina, and these numbers can pretty much be adjusted to your own liking. Now, when it comes down to the actual defense of this build, I'm telling y'all, look at how overpowered we are. We get that 85 defensive rebound, 78 offensive, 87 block, 73 steal, 72 perimeter defense with an 80 interior. Now, with these 26 badges, I'm telling y'all, I think we are more than well equipped in order to guard any position 1 through 5. Now, a few of my favorite badges are going to be Challenger, also Glove, Interceptor. I like Box Out Beast with Chase Down Artist, even post lockdown. And then when it comes down to Tier 3, Anchor, Brick Wall, and Rebound Chaser are some of the extra badges that I'm really focused on as well. Now, this is just what we're going to be able to do on the defensive end. I'm telling you, as we get into the playmaking and the offense, this build is only going to continue to get even better. So as you can see, we will be able to get some of the pro dribble moves with that 70 ball handle. We get the 75 pass accuracy with a 63 speed with ball for a total of 14 badges. And we're still able to unlock clamp breaker, handles for days, quick first step, as well as bailout and vice grip. And if you do decide to throw a few extra badges towards this area, we're going to be able to unlock Unpluckable. And I think this is going to be one of the more important badges for a 6'11 build. Now going further into the creation, I'm telling y'all, there's going to be a lot of special things, especially when it comes down to the takeovers. But as you can see, when it comes down to the shooting, I'm going to go with the mid-range of a 70, 76 3-pointer with a 79 free throw. And I'm telling y'all, these numbers are really going to be essential in order to dominate on the offensive end. Now with these badges, I like Agent 3, Space Creator, Amped and Midi Magician. Now we also were able to get Limitless Range on Bronze and even Green Machine. Now these badges are all based off of my own liking and preference, so look, if you feel like making any changes or adjustment, you definitely can do so. Now for the finishing, I'm gonna be real, this is probably one of the more overpowered areas of this build. So as you can see, we get a total of 20 badges, 66 for the close shot, 77 layup, 93 driving dunk, with a 90 standing dunk. Now I think this is probably one of the best builds that I have brought to y'all, especially when you look at the fact that we're going to be able to guard all positions. Now the badges that I like are going to be Bully, also Rise Up with Posterizer. We're still going to be able to get Fearless Finisher, Pro Touch, and Giant Slayer. Limitless Takeoff, I think we have everything in order to be a true, complete build, especially at the power forward position. I think you have a lot of responsibility going for your team. But the best thing about it, in my opinion, is going to be these takeovers. So look, if you want to be just a defensive juggernaut, I would go with Paint Intimidation and See the Future Takeover. But if you want to have more fun on the offensive end, the first takeover that I would pick would be Finishing Moves, the Slashing Takeover. Now these are all subjected to change, and remember, you can go about this however your own playstyle is. Now, if you did pair up the Slashing Takeover with Limitless Range, I think we're in store for one of the most toxic builds on the offensive end. Now remember, not only are we going to be this great on the offensive end, but just as great on the defense. Now look, these are all based off of my own liking when it comes down to the build. So that's why I said you have the potential to reach a few different 100 plus stats. All you need to do is take into account your takeover boost as well as buying your own. And if you do run with a teammate that has on Hall of Fame floor general, that's going to be another +4. And the better we play, our stats also gradually go up. Now, if you are still watching, go ahead and let me know in the comments, what do y'all think about today's build? Would you make any changes, any adjustments? And the most thing that I care about is if y'all went ahead and enjoyed today's video, just be sure to go ahead and comment down TG for thank God. Smash that like button. But when it comes down to these takeovers, if you want to be more balanced and get the best out of your boost, I would go with Limitless Range as well as Paint Intimidation, and that's going to allow us to get even better stats on the offensive end for the shooting and also the defense. Let's go ahead and check out the build to make sure that we made it correctly together. And as y'all can see, if you followed every single step, we should be getting these 3 comparisons. And we have created the Interior Finisher, also known as the Giannis Greek Freak build. Now look, I just want to say thank you to everybody who did make it this far into the video. We have a few minor things to get into still, but I'm telling y'all, I think this is the best power forward that you can make on next gen, especially for being a 6'11 height. You have everything that you're going to need. You're able to handle the ball, finish on the inside, be a threat from the outside, and also when it comes down to playing defense, we're going to be able to guard any position 1 through 5. Now, just a few different things that you should take into consideration, but I just want to say thank y'all for those of you who did make it this far. Now from here, you can go ahead and check out or make any adjustments to your own liking. Let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of the badges. Now these are all based off of my own preference for the finishing. I'm going to go with Limitless Takeoff, Slithery, Fearless Finisher, Posterizer, Bully, as well as Rise Up. Now, like I said, you can change these based to your own playstyle and liking, But I think when it comes down to the finishing, these are going to be essential badges. Now for the shooting, I like Agent 3, Amp, Mini Magician, Space Crater Volume Shooter with Green Machine and Limitless Range. Now again, like I said, I only pick badges that are going to help out get us the best animations as well as boost our shooting percentage. Now for the playmaking, I'm going to go with Client Breaker, Floor General, and Handles for Days. And for Tier 2, I'm going to pick every single badge to equip. Now remember, if you do add extra badges towards certain areas of this build, you're going to be able to unlock higher tiers of badges. But as for the defensive end, I'm going to wrap it up like this, and this is what we're going to be able to do. All around, I think this is a complete build. And again, I just want to say thank you to everybody who did make it this far. Look, if it was your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family. Smash that like button, and don't forget to comment down TG for thank God and where you're tuning in from watching today. And I most definitely will be hitting y'all back with the response. But with all that being said, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.